Hello, everybody, and welcome to Red 2 Chatter, the show about everything Star Wars. And right before we get into this episode, let's just have a quick update as to what's going to be going on in the next two episodes. So Ryan won't be here for the next episode of the show.
Right.
And then
Next two episodes.
Yeah,
you'll
next
be
two
gone
episodes.
the next two episodes.
Two episodes. Jay and I will be doing it, and then Jay will be going off after the next episode. And so the third one, the one after the next one, is just gonna be me. So
Down's got to hold down the fort.
if you guys are at all interested, you could probably skip that one if you guys want to, but you know, if you guys want to hear me ramble on about it,
I'm going to watch it.
I got to know what's going on.
So, yeah, just a little update for you guys, just so you guys aren't confused about that.
Yeah,
in
we're
the
just
future.
taking vacations.
Yep.
Mine's much shorter than his. Yeah.
So, we've got some news. Not very much, but we got some.
Yeah, it's starting to slow down a little bit. There's still all kinds. We could be talking ad nauseum about Last Jedi and about Rian Johnson's explanations to the fans about everything from the ending to why not more Snoke to this and that and everything in between. He's been on I've seen on Facebook alone.
Has he been just writing paragraphs?
Well, just answering different questions that, trying to explain why he did this that way, and which doesn't really make a difference. He did it his way, but in the end, J.J. Abrams can do whatever he wants with what Rian Johnson left him. So, for instance, Snoke could be alive still.
Yeah.
If J.J. Abrams deems it so.
Yeah.
Rey's parents could actually be somebody and not nobodies, as Kylo suggests.
Well, you don't know if you can trust what Kylo said.
Right.
Just make
I personally like that I would personally like it if her parents were nobodies, because it just expands the universe more for me. Expands the galaxy.
It just makes
more.
it so you can be anybody, and anybody can also has the chance, like winning the lottery of becoming somebody that can use the Force.
I think the greatest thing we learned about the Force, for me, in this Last Jedi, is that the Jedi and the Sith or whoever, they don't own the Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Force is as the Force wills it, just like, what's his face from Rogue One says.
Oh, Chirrut
Imwe. The Force is as the Force wills it. So, just as the Force willed him not to get shot when he went out there to flip that switch, he didn't have any Force power, but the Force willed
that to happen.
And Luke pretty much says that, the Jedi don't own the Force. They're just allowed to use it.
Yeah.
So, and for me, that opens up a whole lot more doors for, why is Rey so powerful? Well, because the Force is willing Rey to be that way.
Yeah.
Willing Rey to be able to stand up to Kylo in the forest when they're fighting with the lightsabers for the first time on Force Awakens. Willing those things to happen.
Mm-hmm.
She just becomes in tune with it. When she says the word the Force, that's when she kind of starts to feel that energy.
Yeah.
But and Obi-Wan even says it. Luke asks, so does it, control my actions? Partially, it obeys your commands and controls your actions. So,
yeah.
It expanded that part of the Force for me, which I think is cool.
Yeah. A lot of people always complain at the scene with Leia floating through space as being cheesy or dumb.
It just looked Disney to me.
It did look
very Mary Poppins-esque.
Yeah. But the thing is, I thought it was a cool moment because it was, what a lot of people kind of wanted to see was Leia using the Force.
Yeah.
which
Right.
Yeah. And that was just by maybe
instinct.
Like you said, instinct and the force
is
willing it to happen.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
But more and instinct too, because she's never. She has the ability to use the force. She just doesn't do it.
Right,
she
and
chooses
so
not to.
Like the kid at the end when he grabs that,
broom.
he's just learned he can do that. The force is probably willing that him to be able to learn that stuff. Like, I can just grab that broom from a distance. I don't know why I can do that, but I can.
Yeah.
And I think just like the force willed Anakin Skywalker to be a great pod racer.
Yeah,
He
didn't
know what he was doing.
No.
Or why it was happening, or why he was the only human who could do it.
Yeah.
The Force was willing him to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So, I like that part of the expansion of the Force lore, if you will. All right, what's up first?
Well, Star Wars: Last Jedi overtakes Rogue One at the global box office.
That's not shocking.
No. I mean, I liked Rogue One, but I will admit there are problems with it.
I love Rogue One, though. It's it's just like Last Jedi for me. The more I see it, the more I do like it.
Yeah.
And I can sit down now and just put Rogue One on and just enjoy it.
Yep.
From start to finish. I don't really have any issues.
No.
Yeah.
I like Rogue One. It's very.
I don't really have any continuity issues or anything like that. It's just a fun movie.
Yeah, I really like it personally.
But it's not surprising that The Last Jedi, since it's a part of the saga, it has Luke Skywalker and it has Princess Leia in it.
Chewie. Yeah.
Right.
3PO, R2.
Oh, Jay, one of your links seems to be broken.
So it's the Lego one?
Yeah.
I bet it got taken down.
Yeah.
That's all right. We can skip that if we want.
Yeah, it's not shocking.
We can just say that there's some new Last Jedi sets that are coming out.
For the Han Solo
for the Han Solo movie coming out.
Yeah.
That, I mean, a lot of people are saying, well, that spoils the movie. There's spoilers in there. Not really for me.
No.
It's
like the Last Jedi.
So you showed the Millennium Falcon in like a cleaner state.
In a little bit different
configuration in the front. Where,
Instead of the two...
It doesn't have the opening. It has that closed off.
It has that closed off with a whole longer point on the nose.
Well, big deal. Huh?
That doesn't tell me anything.
Han Solo we already know Han Solo made some special modifications himself.
Yeah, so maybe that was one of the modifications.
Right. Maybe he took that off. Maybe it was adding weight or drag or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll find out in the movie, maybe.
And then they showed, the other ones were just a couple little, look like speeders.
Yeah.
That doesn't tell me anything.
And some character names were revealed in it, but...
I don't know who they are or what they're going to do on some of them. The ones that you don't know, you've never seen before.
Right.
It's like, okay.
So, I mean, they're out there. I'm sure you could still find them if you did a hard Google search. It probably wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah.
You could probably find the pictures of the Han Solo Lego sets that were leaked. I thought they looked cool. I didn't think they really spoiled anything, so I put it up.
Yeah.
They're just toys. They're just Lego sets.
Yeah.
And Lego's been known to do that anyway, like leak stuff. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or somebody over there at Legos thinks they're trying to be nefarious and funny or whatever. But
clever.
Right.
They're Danish. They probably don't even have a clue what they're doing. that they're actually spoiling anything.
Right.
They just,
here comes the latest Legos.
Yep.
There's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Check them out.
I'm pretty sure that's where Legos are Danish.
More money.
I think they're from Denmark. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure their company's in Denmark.
Yeah.
Okay, so right before we get into this one, I just want to say I love that one. What happened between episodes 7 and 8?
6 and 7?
Or 6? Sorry, is that?
6 and
sorry.
7.
I thought it said 7 and 8. I was like about to say, nothing.
What happened between 7 and 8? Yeah, that's
nothing. 6 and 7?
6 and 7. There's a lot that happened in between there. You just don't know what it is.
But now let's get into the meat of this
show.
No, this is the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah. Here's why The Last Jedi and Empire Strikes Back are pretty much the same movie.
Now, the things they point out in this article, yes, they're similar, but they don't understand the poetry that is Star Wars, where a lot of things repeat themselves. Yeah, in sort of a rhyming notion.
Not that, but it's just.
But it's not the same movie.
No. I mean, like...
It didn't even start out the same. I guess it kind of started out a little bit the same, but not really.
Well,
there was a big ground battle in friggin' Empire Strikes Back, though, at the beginning. There wasn't one in this movie.
Both movies include a rebel escape. The teams are split up in the beginning only to be reunited at the end. Crate is basically Hoth. No, it isn't. It's not snow. It's salt.
Well, yeah.
There's a parental revelation in both movies. Not really. Not to the amount of shock.
As Luke,
Empire
I am
Strikes
your
Back.
father.
Right, yeah,
that's a way bigger
I have
deal.
a feeling we're being misled with Rey's anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Kylo told her the truth. So
Villains want the heroes to join them, but not in the same way.
No.
Well,
Because
Luke was supposed to be the apprentice, where
Rey would be
Rey would just be an equal.
Yeah. And also, Vader was going to use Luke to kill Sidious. Kylo's already killed Snoke, so, like, he just wants her to rule with him.
right, well, he doesn't want her as an adversary.
Yeah.
So it'd be easier for her to join, for him to have her be a part of what he's doing.
Yeah. Luke and Rey both see themselves in visions, but not in the same context or way. Because Luke sees... It's kind of
Right, but these are
foreshadowing
just like
to...
I can do this with almost any movie.
Yeah.
I guess it's just the rhythm and the rhyming of what Star Wars movies have always been.
But you could also do this kind of with Attack of the Clones and Empire Strikes
But I bet you I
Back.
can find a ton of movies out there, and I can just say, look, it's just Empire Strikes Back, but it's friggin' girls in the traveling pants or whatever the hell. I can freaking just find random crap and just say it and say, hey, look, she traveled just like Luke had to travel.
Both young heroes endure a Jedi boot camp.
Not really.
Not
Rey
really.
doesn't do it. He doesn't teach her anything really in the way of like making her run around and like do.
She does more of the hard like training herself.
By herself, yeah.
Like, on her own.
Okay, both Yoda and Luke are in exile before trading their proteges.
Yoda
was hiding.
His exile is way different than Yoda's. Yoda's is the friggin' Sith are hunting me down, are gonna kill me. Nobody was really Kylo was hunting Luke. Come on.
But like at the same time, Luke was waiting to die.
Yeah, that's not what Yoda was doing.
No.
No, Yoda ran away.
Yeah.
Well, they both ran away from their problems.
But just in different ways.
Right.
Yoda did it more to save himself, and Luke more did it to save everybody else.
Yeah, or to just not be a burden on everybody else, really, is what he...
Yeah.
See, but that one there's one of the dumbest ones.
Both Jedi Masters turned down the heroes at first.
Luke turns her down the whole time.
Yeah.
He never
says, okay.
He says, I'm going to train you why the Jedi should... I'm going to teach you why the Jedi should die. He doesn't train her how to be a Jedi, ever.
Right,
No.
He's like, I'm going to teach you 3 lessons.
And they're all about...
And they're all going to be why the Jedi shouldn't exist anymore.
Yeah, where Yoda's was totally training another Jedi.
Yeah.
That's like those two, that one's really stupid.
There are appearances of Force ghosts in both movies.
There was appearances of
Force
Force
ghosts in Return of the Jedi.
There was a Force Ghosts. Yeah.
Well, I bet we see Force Ghosts in Episode 9.
Yeah.
I bet so too.
There are new massive Star Destroyers. Okay.
Yeah, it's the first time you've seen the Dreadnought.
Yeah.
That was the first time you ever saw the... But big deal.
Big deal. Who cares?
Yeah. Chases through space take place in both, but again, not in the same way. That was a much more...
one's a snail race.
There's a space chase.
Yeah,
one's a space chase in every Star Wars movie.
Yeah, one's a snail race, one's more like wolves versus sheep. Kind of like hunting them down, chasing, like actively, like, fast. While Last Jedi is just keep behind them until they lose power and then we'll kill them.
Right. We'll just wait them out is what...
Yeah.
But it all goes back to the whole Star Wars... I mean, George Lucas wrote Star Wars as poetry almost.
Yeah.
And that's why you see all the similarities.
Yeah.
Rian Johnson knew that going in, so I'm sure he consciously did it.
Yeah. Their lavish locations and betrayals. DJ did not betray the same way as Lando did.
No, because Lando did it just, to protect his people.
Yeah. But
Well,
then
that's
Lando
what
turned
he,
good.
That's what he thought. Yeah,
At
and
the
he
end.
turned good at the end. Where DJ he got captured and he just made a deal to get out of the being captured.
Yeah.
And we don't know that we won't see him flip back.
Yeah.
Or we don't know that we won't see Finn kill him.
Emperor, this one.
The Emperor and Supreme Leader Snoke both want Luke
Yeah,
Skywalker.
and the Emperor and Snoke
Different
both.
reasons.
The Emperor and Snoke both die, right? Oh, whoops, nope. That wasn't the same. How come?
Well, one time Return of the Jedi.
How did Smoke? How could possibly Smoke die when he was? It's not the third movie yet. So
Yeah.
that's impossible. So he's not really dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Otherwise,
Snoke's not really dead.
this crap this just drives you nuts.
Yeah.
I can find similarities about any movies.
Like, you can do that with all the Marvel
But I don't think
movies,
to me, the similarities aren't negatives. Where this
Yeah.
article
Yeah.
trying to portray them as negatives, they're not negatives for me.
No, me
I like
neither.
that they have similarities.
Yeah.
It keeps the continuity of the movie watching experience and the Star Wars experience for me sort of the same. Like, it's familiar, so
Yeah.
I don't mind it. To me, it's a positive thing.
Yeah,
like,
'cause
I
if
can
you
read
went-
I can read those things and pick out positives for me,
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
and not
too.
negatives.
Yeah, that's just people trying to just. There's no new ideas here. It's all just the rehash of the same stuff.
But that's not that's not true. Though.
At the same time, completely ignoring all of the new stuff that happened in the movie.
Yeah,
That we've never seen before. So, like the whole connection between Kylo and Rey. Just gonna ignore that part. So we got a Dave Filoni posts BTS photo.
behind the scenes. Huh?
Behind the scenes photo of Star Wars Rebels finale.
It's basically just the orchestra
yeah. It's just an orchestra playing music.
Yep.
with the shadow of a loath cat watching the TV. But I'm excited for Rebels to come back.
It should be starting.
I know it should be pretty soon. I'm
soon,
not
I'm just
100% sure of what day
know.
it starts.
I personally hope that they they can keep the more kiddie cartoons, because when you really get down to it, when you compare Clone Wars to Rebels, like
They're vastly different.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Age-wise.
age-wise, yeah.
As for
Because
the demographic they're going for.
I mean,
vastly
Clone Wars,
different.
even when it came on TV, it came out on late nights. They never showed it in the middle of the day. New episodes always came on at like 9 o'clock at night. And the little rating thing would always be TV 14.
Well, yeah, they were just trying to capture those teenage fans
Yeah.
and 20-something fans of the prequels.
Yeah, that's exactly who they were going
So
after.
they weren't going after the kids.
Yeah.
Where Rebels was more geared towards the
Younger
younger
generation.
generation,
Right.
trying to
Like,
get
yeah.
those
People-
10-year-olds.
And the people who watched it in, like our age, who watched the originals, who now have kids who want to introduce their kids to Star
Star
Wars.
Wars. That's what this
Rebels.
That's what Rebels is for. Yeah.
Because all the people our age, a lot of them, have kids
Yeah,
that are of that age,
Not all of
6. I mean, some of them have much older kids.
Yeah.
But some of them have, 6, 8,
Yeah.
10-year-old kids.
Yeah. I mean, but I would love to see, another kind of return to Clone Wars with the more darker stuff. With
Oh, yeah.
with the shows again after Rebels.
I'd like to see them move away from Disney XD, the TV, and go to the Disney live stream.
Yeah, yeah, me
And just
too.
put them on there.
Yeah.
That way you can do whatever you want. You don't have to age appropriate it
Yeah,
to
that
younger
was it?
kids.
It was Jordan that was telling us that, like, Dave Filoni, when he got the job for Lucasfilms, he thought it was just a big joke from some of his friends, right?
I think it's
Like I think that's what Jordan told me.
like
He
you
was
didn't believe it.
like he didn't believe it. Like he's like, the person's like talking to him, and he's just like, he's like, what? No.
Yeah, some of my friends put you up to
Yeah,
this.
he just started like just saying crazy stuff during the interview over the phone because he didn't think it was real. And then at the end, he's like, "So who put you up to this?" And they're like, "Excuse me," and he's like. And then he
Like,
finally
come on.
then they called him back, and even though he's like, oh, maybe I just screwed something up big time, they called him back, and he still got the job. So
that's pretty funny though.
yeah, because he's like, I hadn't done much in the way of anything really. He's like, his career was just
Right.
at the beginning,
Right.
so he thought it was just a big giant con by some of his friends joking around,
Yeah.
making fun of him.
Yeah,
playing a spoof.
But I'm excited for a Rebels finale.
I'm excited to see where it leads up to, at
Yeah.
what point
Yeah.
in the timeline does it end.
Yeah, and what happens to the characters?
Right.
Well, we know
Hera
makes it and Chopper makes it.
Right.
But we don't know about anybody else.
Apparently on I think it's the comic book, the Leia comic book that's for Forces of Destiny.
Yeah.
It could be that comic book that just came out or that's coming out. Hera is actually on Hoth as well, just in a different location.
Yeah.
Not, don't see her. She's probably in one of the transports,
Yeah.
piloting one of the transports or commanding one of the transports.
Yeah.
She could be on the first one. The first
That gets-
transport
is away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been on that first one.
She could have been on the first one.
But it's kind of neat how they sprinkle her through, let you know that she's still around. She's still around during the Battle of Endor.
But then it
Yep.
makes you think, where's the rest of them?
Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing is, if she's,
Is she the only one
is
left?
she the only one that made it? Her
And Chopper. Yeah.
Right.
So we got The Last Jedi. Ryan Johnson hopes Snoke's backstory gets explained in the future.
I like his comments in this article about why he didn't delve into Snoke's backstory.
Yeah.
And it's just because it didn't really suit the story.
Yeah, it would have been a huge detour.
Right. It would have been a little bit of a detour. Rey didn't care about it. Therefore, you didn't need to know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Rey doesn't want to know about it, if Rey doesn't ask Luke about it, there's no need to know about it.
Yeah.
Since Rey is basically our main protagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kylo never mentions it, so there's no need to,
Nope, he's just there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know about the Emperor either.
Right.
When you first watched A New Hope, it's like,
Nope.
No, yeah.
they mentioned
when
the
you watch-
Emperor.
When you watch Empire Strikes Back, you really didn't know much about
the
him.
Emperor.
And then
Nope.
Last Jedi, you still don't know anything
Right.
about him, and he gets thrown
Return
into
of
an
the
engine.
Jedi.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
Return of the Jedi. You still don't know much about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he gets thrown into a into a pit.
like a generator. I think
It's
that's what that is. a
Not until the
generator.
prequels you really get everything you
Everything
want to know about
who he
Emperor. Right.
Even though you don't know that much about him.
is. You get more and
Clone
more
Wars.
through the Clone
Yeah.
Wars cartoon, and if
Yep.
you read some of the comic books, you get even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know his full backstory.
No, 100%. No, you still don't. I
Yeah.
don't know where.
No, you don't know his
you know he
training
came from
with-
Naboo, but
Yeah,
you don't know.
Plagius, you don't know any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Except for that he killed him.
You just know that once he starts manipulating the political system from his point on Naboo, that,
Yeah.
after
For-
he's already
yeah.
killed.
They're forward,
Plagius.
pretty much.
Right.
Mm. So yeah, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with not knowing who exactly Snoke is. Maybe sometime in the future we'll get it.
I like to through some sort of
Media of some
right,
kind. Yeah, it could
whether
be
it's a comic book or
book,
Book, yeah.
novel.
yeah, something. I
Yeah.
like to know just how powerful. And maybe we'll get that in episode 9. I mean,
Yeah,
might.
maybe.
who knows?
I mean,
If we go with the theory that he's not actually dead.
his
Right.
hand with the black obsidian ring
Ring.
got cut off along with the rest of him. So that could be something. I don't know.
Right.
That could be something. And then
Apparently that obsidian ring comes from Mustafar, the actual piece of rock.
yeah. Well, no, yeah. It's an obsidian from underneath of
Vader's castle.
Vader's castle on Mustafar.
Yeah.
So
He had an obsession
yeah.
with friggin' the Empire,
The Emperor,
the
Vader.
Emperor, Vader. He definitely had an obsession with all that stuff.
Right.
yeah.
Which I could understand. I mean, I could understand if you're kind of an evil person, and you're Mussolini watching Hitler, going, "Man, I need that."
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It's like, but I'm going to do it better than
but I'm going to try to do it better. You know,
Right.
I can do it better than they can.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that's how I kind of, not to bring in crappy subjects, but
It's history.
yeah,
it
history.
exists.
But that's how I kind of looked at him, but in a totally different way of just like he wanted to be as powerful as the Emperor, just doing it in his way, which he thinks is way better way to do it.
right.
Yeah.
But I just want to know, because when he's just bragging up there, I cannot be betrayed.
Yeah.
I cannot be killed. I cannot be betrayed. All that stuff. he has so much confidence and he's so menacing in that moment. I just want to know more about him.
Yeah. So we got the first trailer for Solo, a Star Wars story to arrive this week. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, they've been saying this for a little while now.
Last week, I heard the same thing last week, but this time we have an actual, like, somebody posted on Twitter an actual date. So the 12th, and it's supposed to air during Good Morning America. So that's Friday. And they actually have like a television program associated with it, so maybe we'll get
some. Are we gonna do a reaction video to that? Or do you guys want to or not?
We could.
Before you go, when do you leave?
Yeah, I leave on Tuesday. 16th.
I'm off this weekend. I don't know what time.
I work weekends.
I know, but I can come over. Because Dallin stays up all night.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm up all night.
I don't know what time you get home, or what. Yeah.
But yeah, depends. 4 in the morning usually.
Yeah, I don't want
to talk about this.
Well,
we can talk about this later.
So we have a lot of time left over. So if you guys have any questions, or I can go into the legends that I have pulled up for today.
Let's just talk about real quickly the Han Solo movie.
Okay.
And sort of what do we want to see from this movie? I know we've probably talked about this a long time ago, but I'm sure things have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you think this movie? I mean, I haven't heard anything about it, so I'm guessing it's not going to happen. But doesn't this movie really need to have Jabba the Hutt in it a little bit?
You'd
at
think
some
so.
point?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, if you don't have Jabba, at least at the end where maybe he's making, he's like maybe going on the run where he had to dump his cargo and, and that's where when he gets in trouble.
Puts the bounty out on him.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to be in it somewhat, or at least his name's got to be mentioned more than once, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know that we'll see him, but I think he might be a presence throughout the movie.
I don't know if
like
we'll see
the
him
Emperor.
Either. Yeah.
And I just don't know that we'll see him. Maybe like in a hologram, like
type
sort of communication.
Yeah, maybe.
You might see him.
I just don't understand how you have a gangster movie without the most notorious gangster of them all, Jabba the Hutt.
Right, especially in the Outer Rim.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you just can't have a gangster movie without...
I would like to see them introduce others as
Me too.
well.
Yes.
To, give a little bit of... Jabba's not the only one out there. There's also this, the Black Sun guy or whatever.
Yeah, or the Pikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's other organizations besides the Hutts.
Right.
But I'd also I'd like to see. I'm hoping that they introduce some maybe new bounty hunters. Not that they're hunting him or anything. That just I want to see like Dallin's Aura Singh there. Just those kind of characters just be introduced a little bit, sprinkled in. A little salt and pepper on top of the...
I think we'll get a cameo appearance from Boba Fett. I think that's going to happen.
I think that'll happen, too. For some reason, it just feels like it's got to be a little bit
It's the most
there.
appropriate place if, fans are clamoring for Boba. It's the most appropriate movie right now
to insert him in a little bit.
Especially since, there was going to be a... Boba Fett movie. They were actually going to make it, but the director quit.
Yeah.
And walked away from it.
Josh Trank.
So it's not and the Boba Fett movie isn't completely off the table.
Yeah, I just don't want to keep doing these single character movies though.
Yeah.
But I hope that's Obi-Wan is the last one.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that the Rian Johnson
the last one for a while.
The Rian Johnson's trilogy kicks off something brand new for Star Wars.
Yeah.
And goes into a whole new area, that to expand the universe.
I think even maybe live action television series on the Disney, streaming.
Yeah.
I think that's a better place to,
especially if you can get
sort of delve into individual characters throughout a story.
Yeah, especially if you can get the budget of some of the Marvel, Netflix original series. If you can get the budget of those mixed with Star Wars, you can make something really good.
Yeah. I mean, The Punisher is great.
Daredevil is awesome.
Daredevil. Yep, I like...
Punisher's my favorite one out of all the ones they've made, though.
Yeah.
It's good.
Punisher's good. But for me, the Han Solo movie, I just want to see that sort of you just don't know the actual relationship between him and Lando,
Yeah, so I'm hoping you get some of that.
and between him and Chewie. Like,
Yes, I wanted somebody to kind of delve into the life debt that Chewie owes.
right?
Han.
I hope there's some mention of it,
And there's a little bit of a,
and maybe it's just like an
a dialogue about it.
explanation.
Yeah.
Like, why does this Wookiee hang around you? And maybe he's like,
I
Tell him,
saved him
Chewie,
from
right?
yeah.
right,
Blah blah blah. Because that's what you do to get a Wookiee life debt. You save
their lives.
You save their
from
lives.
somebody
Yeah.
or something. So you could have been like Trandoshans that were hunting him or
Right.
something. Who knows?
right.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to see any other like bounty hunters besides Boba Fett? Like, you can get Dengar, IG-88, Zuckuss, Forlum, Bosk,
Or even somebody like Cad Bane,
Cad Bane. Yeah.
or
Imbo.
right? Some of the ones from
Yeah.
yeah,
Imbo or Singh. I'm sure she's probably still alive.
yeah, even Ventress.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll see Ventress.
I don't
but-
think you're going to see any of
No,
these, but I'd love to
Ventress
see
is
it though.
dead, I think. I thought.
Oh, maybe Ventress. Is
Yeah, because that one comic book that explains, because she dies because of that one dude, the Exar Kun.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So Ventress wouldn't be in it, but
Yeah, but there's a lot of opportunities though to even introduce new, unsavory characters that are in the
Right.
crime
Yeah.
universe. That
Oh, I'm sure we'll see plenty of those.
yeah,
yeah. Again, still holding out for Dash Rendar.
If Star Wars movies
but I'm
do one thing, and sometimes it's a negative, sometimes it's a positive, is they are always introducing a slew of new characters, species, races, like whatever you want.
yeah. I'm just
And-
I'm hoping that we get some of the original
Right,
ones though.
Yes.
sprinkling Greedo.
Greedo.
Give me some.
Or
Gives you some Rhodians and
Rhodians,
Thorians,
right.
Yeah.
Jawas,
Yeah, throw me
Like,
in some
Hutts.
little bit of stuff.
Doros. Yeah, like any of them. Like there's so many to
Give me a
choose from.
Bib Fortuna.
Even the oh, is that the Chan fans, the little bat guys?
Yeah.
Like those are one of my favorites. So seeing them would be really cool.
Yeah, just don't just go with all new and then give me
It's just
nothing of the old. That's
variants.
what the Last Jedi and friggin' what's it called have done, and it's kind of
Force
just drives
Awakens.
me a little bit nuts because that's another way that they can make it feel more part of the universe.
Now, what if they brought in something like the Guavian Death Gang, but before Balatik took
Yeah,
over?
that would be
but
fine.
They had some Guavian
And
Death
Death
Gang
Gang
like,
guys.
they've
Yeah.
been around a long time.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
or even the other group,
Right.
the
Like you could even bring
what the hell is that other guy?
you could even bring in Maz Kanata in this movie if you
The
wanted
little
to.
freaks.
Yeah, that's what Han Solo calls them.
You could bring Maz
You could have
Kanata
Maz Kanata
in
in
this
this
movie because
And it would
Han
make
does
sense.
know him.
Conja Club. You
yeah,
could even bring Conja Club in if you wanted to.
I love the Conja Club. But yeah,
Tasu Leech.
just
Conja
give us
Club.
some of the original feel to it. Like give us some of the original trilogy feel.
Yeah, but not anywhere near. You don't have to get anywhere near the saga.
Yeah.
Nope. All right. I was just wondering because I know we're getting close, so maybe this trailer will give us a little bit more idea.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea.
But what it's going to even be about, no, me neither. Just that it's a gangster movie.
Right.
All right. So we have some legends for you today.
Yeah, don't take too long.
This is Beldorian the Hutt. And he is the only Jedi Knight Hutt ever.
His anatomy is just not. Their anatomy is not
Not
conducive
conducive.
to be any sort of
Well,
Jedi. Sorry,
I mean, but like,
there's too
imagine
much
a-
of you to cut.
imagine
That's
a
way
Hutt,
away from your
though.
lightsaber.
Imagine a Hutt though with Force abilities. Just
Yeah, but still.
he doesn't even have to get into a lightsaber battle. He can just be like Snoke, just
Yeah, but he's going to eventually run into
Throwing
somebody
people
that's
around.
stronger than he is, or as strong, and then it's going to come down to lightsabers, and you're toast. Because there's too much of you to stab and cut and
Yeah.
slice and
Well, you'll see how that comes into his downfall in his story.
kind of like an Thorian one is kind of hard to do because that head's so far out there. You
Yeah.
You go the block, you just chop your own head off.
whoops.
Whoops, I'm dead.
So he was discovered by the Jedi Order in 400 before the Battle of Yavin. So 400 years before the Battle of Yavin. He was trained at the Jedi Temple of Coruscant and during his training, he and other initiates were taken to the caves of Mospo Shani, where they ran races into dark worlds like Afel and Yinbeth.
God, name stuff that you can pronounce, people.
To hone their force senses. So eventually he graduated from the academy and was taken as a Padawan by a Jedi Master. And then he eventually passed his trials of knighthood, which elevated him to Jedi Knight, taking on missions from the High Council. Beldorian was dispatched to Nam Churios with fellow knight Tesselda. However, eventually, as they went on to Nam Churios, they got seduced to the dark side of the Force. And Beldorian eventually cast Tesselda's side of the weaker half and established him as himself as the ruler of the world. And he providing his subjects with honorifics, which he should be addressed as by such as Beldorian of the Ruby Eyes or Beldorian the Splendid. Beldorian was corrupt and enslaved many, while originally prepared as Beldorian's meal, the Drock, known as Dism, came to conspire with the Hutt, hoping the Dark Jedi remained strong and youthful in exchange for the freedom to access the planet's rare Tillstones. Avoiding the Great Jedi Purge, it wasn't until 13 years after the Battle of Yavin that Beldorian's relatively unopposed rule was disrupted by the arrival of Jedi Callista Ming. She was unsuccessful in getting to the Hutt and imprisoned. Her disappearance drew the attention of additional Jedi, Luke Skywalker, the founder of the Rebuilt Order, and his Jedi sister Leia Organa. Like Ming, Organa was also captured by the Hutt, who divulged stories from the past, recalling the histories of Jedi Masters Thrawn and Yoda. During her captivity, Organa was able to regain possession of her lightsaber and engage her captor in a duel. Though the centuries-old Dark Jedi was powerful, Organa was able to move more freely and bisected the Hutt at the midsection.
Yeah, see, that's the problem with the
So,
friggin'...
as you can see, here's a picture of the two fighting.
Of course, Leia gets to kill the Hutt.
She always gets to kill the Hutts.
She always gets to kill the Hutt.
But yeah, it's just like I said, his anatomy sucks for friggin' lightsaber
Right.
fighting.
He would only be really good at force,
Lightning.
Using the Force itself, he'd be
Yeah.
the guy that would almost not even want to use a lightsaber if he
Right.
could.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Try to just use nothing
It's
but the
useless
Force.
to me.
Yeah.
Interesting, but I don't like that one's.
It's
Definitely,
all right.
definitely don't.
It's
need,
alright.
I definitely don't need that in canon. So
Jayla.
It's all right. It's a good legend story.
yeah, it's a good legend story. That's fine. Just leave it there.
It was, I think he first started out much like Kina Ha in Dark Horse comics.
Okay.
I think his whole story was told in Dark Horse comics. But yeah, I think he's a really interesting character, personally.
I think most of the Hutts are. They're all so different. Like, you meet Zero for the first time, and you're like,
What the heck is this guy?
where did they get this persona from?
Yeah. Ow.
Right.
This is just... Get the sun out of my eyes. Yeah, that...
Right.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're nothing like Jabba.
Yeah.
But then you see, like, others on the council, and they're much more like Jabba.
Yeah. I like the guy with the big monocle.
Yeah.
Like a ginormous monocle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, Beldorian, personally, he's... As you can see, he's actually more fit than a lot of Hutts. He's got, like, the muscles.
It doesn't seem to be as...
Yeah, but the
Fat
problem is right there is
slobby.
like Leia could just go and slice his tail off because it's behind her.
I can see how he could, if he was able to use the tail effectively.
And stay where his body's behind him all the time.
Right.
And he's fast enough to move. Then he would be all right, maybe.
Yeah.
But the Hutts have such
And
short arms.
be able to swing the
I
tail
like
around to
T-Rexes.
trip you and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a T-Rex. Using a lightsaber. Just wouldn't be that effective.
But yeah, I personally like Beldorian. Not as much as Kina Ha. I think Kina Ha fits more into canon than Beldorian does. Because her story definitely fits into canon. Because she doesn't have anything to do with Luke or Leia or anything like that. She just stays on Mandalore the whole time. Yeah. So, I like him. I think he's interesting. But I don't think he belongs in canon. Especially since this is from the story that Leia becomes a Jedi.
Yeah, that right there is never going to happen.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Unfortunately. But, yep, that's...
I wonder why she decided not to.
That's always an interesting question. Like, after Return of the Jedi, when she knows that she's got the Force, why she never uses it.
Maybe it's because she didn't want people to know that
she was
like,
Vader's
to try
daughter?
to link the two. Yeah.
Maybe.
That's probably why, because, she didn't want people to really know that Vader was her father.
Right. I think that's maybe why
that
she
would-
chose
But
not
Kylo
to
Ren
pursue
knew,
it.
so...
I mean, but add that to the...
That's family, though, I guess.
Right.
Add that to the already
That's family.
corrupt Republic that was going on at the time, and that just spells trouble.
Yeah.
So, But, I hope you guys like these Legends sections.
Yeah, they're always interesting.
Yeah, I always like to learn more about.
The stuff that
stuff
used
that-
to be canon. Yeah.
Well, stuff that, like, a lot of just...
Well, it was never canon. It was always expanded universe.
Yeah.
Just what other people's just come up with their own ideas.
Yeah, because most of it was all fan
a
fiction.
lot of it.
Yeah. Now, next time, I'm always going to do kind of like a next time from now on these Legends. Because I during like the week that, we have free, I just look up Legends to see, what else I can use. And I use other, YouTube channels such as Star Wars Explained, Star Wars Theories, and such to get my kind of fuel from them so I know what to use. Next time, we will be going to the Master of the Masters. The one who trained
Just say it.
the most
Plagius?
powerful Jedi ever. The Master of Yoda.
Yoda's master.
Yep. So, we'll be going to that one next time.
All right.
And I think that basically wraps up our
Yep.
show
Yeah,
for
that
today.
Wraps it up for
It was
this
a
week.
bit of a short one today.
Yeah, that's
10
all right. That's all right. We didn't have much news. We're not going to get much until we get that trailer for Han Solo.
Yeah, next week you and I'll probably have plenty to talk about.
Oh yeah, probably. But I hope that you guys enjoyed, and please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. Jay, where can people find you?
As always, make sure you hit us up over at Red2Chatter on Facebook.
Wonderful page.
It's where I post all the sort of news links and stuff. Also, you can catch me on Twitter, Jaybird51, or on Instagram at JWilsonByDesign. Go ahead.
Okay. And you can find me on YouTube as well under Major Glitterix, link down in the description below. Been uploading a lot more frequently recently, so that's good. I do gameplay videos and all that fun stuff. Also, if you guys, again, like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. If we messed up on something, please let us know.
We mess up all the time. That's all right.
Yeah. For any of you Legends experts, if I messed up on something on Beldorian, just please let me know. And yeah, that's about it. So see you guys next time. Bye.
Laters.